Assalamu alaikum. Tonight is the second night of Muharram. On this night, Imam Hussein's caravan reached Karbala. Thousands of Yazid soldiers were already there, having arrived long before the Imam.
The small tribe living in Karbala gathered around Hussein's caravan. Imam Hussein asked about the price of the land in Karbala and then bought the entire land.
After buying the land, he spoke to the menfolk of the tribe and said, "O menfolk of Karbala, we have not come here to fight. Yazid soldiers will fight with us and we will be killed. They will not bury our bodies and our bodies will be left to the wild animals of the desert. I request a favor from you. Please bury our bodies."
Imam Hussein turned to the womenfolk of the tribe and said, "Ladies of Karbala, your menfolk, out of fear of Yazid soldiers, might not bury our bodies. Ladies, when your men are working in the fields, please come out of your houses and bury our bodies."
For some reason, Imam Hussein did not feel like the men or women would carry out his request. You know what he did then?
Yes, he turned to the children. He said, "Children, if your mothers or fathers are unable to bury us, I beg you to throw a fistful of sand over our bodies while you are playing in the fields. That way, children, our bodies will slowly get buried."
Then he turned to everyone who was gathered around and spoke again. "My second request to you all is that you look after the people who will come to visit our graves after our death. They will be my guests, so please look after them and feed them for 3 days."
Imam then ordered the tents to be pitched by the river. It was very hot in Karbala, and the supply of water was absolutely essential for survival.
Abbas, the commander of Imam Hussein's army, with his men, started to pitch their tents by the river. The commanders of Yazid's army ordered their men to pull out Imam Hussein's tents. They stopped Imam Hussein's tents from being pitched by the river.
Abbas became very angry and pulled out his sword to kill the enemies. As you already know, Abbas, the lion's son of Ali, was brave like his father. All enemies feared him. If he wanted the tents to be pitched by the river, then even Yazid's men would not be able to stop him.
Imam Hussein saw what happened and quickly intervened. He reminded his brother, "Oh, my brother Abbas, put your sword back. Abbas, we have not come here to fight. Later on, people will say we started the battle for water. Abbas, my brother Abbas, calm down and put your sword back. Let us move away from here. We will pitch our tents elsewhere."
Abbas considered his brother to be his master and always obeyed his commands. He put his sword back and ordered his men to pitch their tents away from the river.
This was the 2nd of Muharram. As nights and days passed, the scene in Karbala changed. Day by day, Yazid's army increased in number. Nearly 20,000 of Yazid's soldiers surrounded Imam Hussein's tents. Why were there so many men to fight Imam Hussein's army of only 72 men?
Despite having so many men in Yazid's army, his commanders were still worried because the 72 men in Imam Hussein's army were no ordinary men. They were brave, faithful, and did not fear death.
That's why they moved Imam Hussein's army away from the river and ordered men to stop water from reaching Imam Hussein's tents. The women and children suffered a lot without food and water.
It was so sad because for 3 days, one could hear children crying out, "Al-Atash, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. Water, water, water. Thirst, thirst, thirst."
Abbas could hear this and could not stand to hear his beloved niece Sakina crying for water. He loved her dearly and always got her anything she ever wanted.
Every time Abbas heard Sakina crying out for water, he shook with grief.